Malcolm in the Middle is coming back for a revival series on Disney Plus, and they have just finished shooting. If you know anything about me, you will know that my whole life I have been a huge Frankie Muniz fan. I love this guy, okay? He is awesome. He was Agent Cody Banks. He, of course, was Malcolm. He was in Big Fat Liar with Amanda Bynes and Paul Giamatti. He was just such an amazing child star of the 2000s, and I thought he was awesome. Not only that, but after his extremely successful acting career, Frankie Muniz went on to be the drummer in a band and a racing car driver, which he still does today. This guy is just incredible, and I love him. I was going to do a video when I found out they were making a Malcolm in the Middle revival series, but for whatever reason I ran out of time. But I've seen posts recently on Instagram that the guys have wrapped up filming, and pretty much the whole original cast is there. It is so exciting for a fan of this show. Let's talk about it. What's up guys, Mike here. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for more content like this. I can't tell you how much of my time as a kid was spent watching Malcolm in the Middle, which was, I guess, like a sitcom, but it was more family based and maybe more directed at teenagers because the major characters were mainly the Malcolm brothers. There's so many reasons I love this show, but I think we have to give a little bit of context as to who is in it. I mean, everybody recognizes Bryan Cranston as Walter White, the meth drug lord juggernaut in Breaking Bad. I mean, that show is phenomenal, but if you grew up in the 90s and 2000s, I think a lot of us remember Bryan Cranston much more as Hal, the bumbling, dim-witted, cowardly dad from Malcolm in the Middle. And this show was extremely successful. Like, millions of people watched the show, but just Bryan Cranston is often credited for his amazing work in Breaking Bad, and rightly so, but he was amazing in Malcolm in the Middle too. He was so physical in his comedy and just really helped all of the other characters shine. You also have Jane Kaczmarek as Lois, the very aggressive and angry mum, another fantastic character and a fantastic performance. And Hal and Lois, the parents, and of course Jane and Bryan, really hold this cast together, because then you have the three main kids of the Malcolm family. I'm calling them the Malcolm family because they don't officially have a surname. It's rumored that it is Wilkerson, but I don't think it's ever officially been confirmed. Malcolm, the middle child, is of course played by Frankie Muniz. You then have older brother Reese, who's played by Justin Burfield, who's more the dim-witted bully kind of character. Then you have younger brother Dewey, played by Eric Persullivan, who is like the innocent but very intelligent, scheming baby brother type. They also have an older brother who is at military school called Francis, and Francis is played by Christopher Masterson. Hey guys, I'm not the boss of you, but most people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. What's up with that? If I could give you one order for today as your non-boss, it would be please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 10k subs by the end of 2025. I really think I can do it, but I need your help, so hit the button. I'm just doing nostalgic pop culture, like 2000s, 90s, and millennial stuff, nerdy stuff, so if you like my vibe, jump on board. I'd love to have you here. Thanks. Eric Persullivan was actually only 7 years old when Malcolm in the Middle started, and he kind of disappeared from the limelight, never really returning to acting after the series ended. There were actually rumors back in like the 2000s and 2010s that Eric Persullivan had died. I remember seeing them a lot on the internet, especially on like 4chan back when I was a stupid teenager, but he just didn't really want to act. He got into it really young and now just lives a private life. He's said to be on good terms with all of the cast members, but he chose not to return for the revival series because, yeah, he just likes a more quiet life. Instead, in this revival, he's going to be played by Caleb Ellsworth Clark, who is, to be honest, a very good casting choice. I mean, this guy is the spitting image of Dewey, so I'm really glad they found someone who really fits the part. And it might feel weird that the whole original cast couldn't return, but to be honest, I'm just happy that they got the majority of them. And if Eric Persullivan doesn't want to act, I don't think he should be forced out of retirement to go public again. The reboot is going to be a 4-episode miniseries that shows Malcolm with his daughter at Hal and Lois's 40th wedding anniversary, which is sounding pretty good to me. It'll be really interesting to see where all these characters have ended up, like 20 years after the show has ended. And I do always find it fun to revisit worlds long after they've gone away. Sometimes it can fall flat, which I do worry a little bit about with the Malcolm in the Middle reboot, but to be honest, like sometimes I'd rather they do it than not at all. And we know that the filming has wrapped due to posts on social media from actors in the show. On his Instagram, Frankie Muniz posted, "Just wrapped filming the Malcolm in the Middle reboot and man, I'm still reeling. This experience was straight up incredible, like stepping back into Malcolm's wild world but with all the love and chaos cranked to 11, reuniting with the cast, getting to know some new characters, laughing till it hurt, and making new memories on set felt like a dream I didn't want to wake up from. It went by so fast, like a blur of perfect moments. I wish it could go on forever, and P.S. life still unfair." Plus, Justin Burfield, who plays Reese, said, "Just reflecting on the final days of the Malcolm in the Middle revival set, it was so amazing catching up with old friends and met some amazing new ones. We're so lucky that we got to come back to these characters after 20 years and see where they've been. I had so much fun getting to go back to my old life as an actor. Now it's back to carpools and diapers. Can't wait for you all to see the show." The revival is set to release in December 2025, so only 7 months to go, which is amazing. I genuinely am so excited from this. On a bit of a deeper, maybe more philosophical note, this show meant so much to me as a kid, and I look back on it so fondly in 2025, mainly because the show was so grounded in like late 90s, early 2000s culture. So much of the show was just the brothers sitting around the house in front of the TV, eating cereal and just getting into mischief because there was nothing else to do. It reminds me of another world where there were no phones, there was no internet or social media, and you would just wake up on the weekends and watch TV, watch cartoons with your siblings or whoever was around that day. Like, that's what life was. And Malcolm in the Middle really captures that moment that I think a lot of millennials watching might resonate with. I think that's why I'll always be very, very fond of this show, and any chance to experience it again in any way is definitely for me. Whew, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and comment below. Are you excited for the revival series? What do you think of Dewey not coming back or Eric O'Sullivan not coming back? And if you've made it to the end, but you can't think of a comment, but you want to comment something to help me in the algorithm because you're a good guy and you think I'm a good guy, just comment below, "Life is unfair." That way I know you made it to the end and I know you're still here. While I've got you, I'm all over the internet doing dumb stuff that I think is cool. I have a blog, I have a podcast, all the links for those are down below. And if you like this video, you might like this video. YouTube thinks you will at least. But if you just want to watch a bunch of videos and binge them, here's a playlist that I recommend you watching. That is pretty much it from me though. My name's been Radio Mike. This has been The Inside of My Mind and I'll catch you later.